Hello, hello! Bonsoir tout le monde! Bienvenue à la 12e édition du Demo Day FounderFuel, powered by Real Ventures. We have clicker problems, so hopefully this works. Yes, welcome everybody. Bienvenue. Hello Montreal. Hello people from abroad. Are you ready to rock? Because they are. Let's get it rolling. Come on, clicker. Okay. Show must go on.
I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Well, I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need.
That was uninspiring, wasn't it? 8 years ago, I was first sent out on stage by a guy called Ian Jeffrey, who I think is in the audience today. He was the original, 8 years ago, he was the original general manager of FounderFuel, helped form it and make it what it is today. And 8 years ago, he said, John, can you go out on stage? Can you say some words of wisdom, make it a little boring, a little uninteresting, lower the bar, make it as low as possible, and then we know that we're going to have success when everyone else comes out. Every year, it's got harder and harder and harder because, or should we say, for me, because I've had to get better and better and better just so that the gap between me and everyone else doesn't seem so massive. As I said, it started 8 years ago, FounderFuel. It was something that when Real came to Montreal, we felt that there was an opportunity and a need. I don't think we ever thought that we were going to be able to have so many people who would be willing to come and show how much they care about startups, show how much they care about Montreal, how much they care for others, that they're willing to give their time to come and spend a day or spend a night listening to startups. It's something we feel very honored that people like yourselves will spend that time and give us the time. And we're very thankful. We believe that startups are extremely important for society. We believe that tech is extremely important for society. I think we also believe that tech isn't always as positive an impact on society as it can be. This is something we're becoming more and more aware of. And we really feel that it isn't technology's challenge. It's the challenge of us as investors, and it's the challenge of founders like you're going to hear today to push back against the negativity that tech might see and really embrace the positivity. It's going to take founders who are aware of their impact on society. And this particular cohort of FounderFuel was a cohort in which we started to try and instill a little bit of this mindset into the founders, that it isn't just about making an unbelievably successful business, but it is about contributing to society, contributing community. And the way in which they've embraced this mindset, given all of the challenges and all of the pressures that they've had on them, has been astounding. I feel that you will feel a lot of this coming through today, and I think I'm very excited that you're going to have a chance to hear founders that really do care so much about the mission that they're on, but also about how can they improve the world in which we all live in. So I'm looking forward to hearing what they've got to say, and I'm sure you are all too. I'll then pass it over to Isaac.
Thank you, John. Can we just get a round of applause for John? Thank you. So those were the words of wisdom, and I'm going to come with a few thank yous to get us moving on to the next part of the show. I was told that it's a wise thing to express gratitude. First, I want to thank my partner, Sylvain Carl, who stepped up to run this year's FounderFuel and who's going to be the MC for tonight. Sylvain is one of the most positive and can-do people that I've ever met, so I'm not surprised that he took on the job to run the cohort this year, but nevertheless incredibly appreciative. It's a huge amount of work. It's the hours. It's also the personal and emotional commitment, and he took it all on. He did an amazing job. You're going to see it in just a few minutes. I also want to thank Sarah, our program manager. She joined just a few months ago in the fall, but she already feels like an old pro. I'm sure anyone who's interacted with her, you've already sensed this. If you like what you see tonight, if you thought any aspect of the program was good, she's the one to congratulate. And the biggest thank you is for all of you in the room. Everybody who came tonight, everybody who was involved with the program this year or in years past. FounderFuel, it's about learning new skills. It's about crafting an amazing pitch, and you're going to hear those. It's about raising funds, but mostly it's about network and it's about connection. Building a startup is really hard, and there's a lot of people out there. I mean, you're all in this world. You know it's difficult. The chances of success are not that high. So anytime one of these companies can get someone to just know what they're doing, to understand it, to appreciate it, to believe it, to join it, that increases their chances of success. So whether you were a speaker or a mentor, our amazing sponsors, alumni, volunteers today, you see them in the blue shirts, Real Ventures team, but just everyone who came and is going to sit and listen for the next hour to what we've put together, thank you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your attention and your interest. We appreciate your energy, and we promise to make the most of it. And with that, John and I are done, and having thanked them, I'm very happy to welcome on stage Sylvain Carl and Sarah Bezo. Please give them a round of applause.
Truly. Bonsoir tout le monde.
Hello.
On n'est pas le plat de résistance. On est comme la deuxième entrée. Alors, on va prendre pas trop de votre temps, mais on voulait vous partager avec vous quelques-unes de nos perspectives, share with you a few of the things that we've tried to do and that we've learned. So I'm using this amazing old school technology, never runs out of batteries.
Because we're not as cool as the founders. We need notes.
I was going to say that it's because they're young, but that doesn't apply to you. It's
Nope.
because I'm old. So, Sarah, this is your first year?
It is.
It's been pretty busy?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
If you've ever been in an accelerator or an incubator, raise your hand in the room. Just one show of hands. I know it's okay. Some of you know it. It's pretty intense. Did you survive?
I did. And so, yeah, joining FounderFuel was quite an experience. And honestly, it was quite an amazing, great experience. Entrepreneurs are just great people that are trying to make the world so much better. And so me, by trying to help them, is like doing my part to make the world better as well. So yeah, really enjoyed this year with FounderFuel.
C'est aussi une année où on a voulu mettre le focus sur la diversité, pas parce que c'est à la mode, but because we care. So we wanted to run a more diverse cohort, which meant a more diverse selection committee, more women, more minorities, more cultures, plus de langues, more languages, plus de points de vue, plus d'orientation. So that was our goal. Puis cette année, pour être bien certain d'améliorer notre score minable de 12% de femmes cofondatrices qu'on avait historiquement, ça c'est quand on a commencé à prendre les données il y a quelques années. Je suis content de dire qu'on est 3 fois meilleur cette année que quand on était poche. On a 36% de femmes entrepreneurs cette année dans notre cohorte. 3 sur 8, vous allez voir sur scène. 3 on 8 of the founders pitching tonight will be women co-founders. Yes. Which means that if we try a little bit harder, we'll get to parity next year. We'll get to 4.
That's our goal.
That's a goal. We might excess it, like we like to overachieve, so we'll see if we get to 5 or 6 women co-founders. I've been doing my part. I have 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls.
2 cohorts.
Yeah, from 5 to 25, for those who know. What else, Sarah? We tried to innovate in the program.
Oui. Donc,
qu'on a
parlant
fait
de
de bon?
diversité, on a un peu inclus de diversité dans notre programmation également. Donc, évidemment, on essaie toujours de s'améliorer, comme n'importe qui ici, j'imagine. Donc, on regarde ce qui se fait dans le monde des accélérateurs, on regarde les meilleures pratiques, puis on s'est rendu compte que traditionnellement, les accélérateurs étaient vraiment focusés sur tout ce qui est CEO, CTO. Puis là, on s'est dit, OK, c'est vraiment bien. Par contre, il y a beaucoup d'employés qui viennent aussi avec ces fondateurs-là. Donc, on s'est dit, ça serait le fun, qu'il y ait du contenu vraiment intéressant pour eux aussi. Donc, bien qu'on ait gardé tout ce qui est VC funding, financement, puis tech, on a aussi rajouté des choses comme la culture de compagnie, road mapping, l'intelligence émotionnelle, le marketing, le SEO. Il y en a qui vont se reconnaître dans la salle parce que vous avez donné ces workshops-là. On a aussi essayé de faire la même chose avec nos mentors. Donc, on avait beaucoup de CFO, CTO. Là, on a essayé d'aller chercher des professionnels, des experts en marketing, justement en HR, en plein de trucs très diversifiés.
Et même en finance.
Ce qui les met tous dans le même panier, par contre, c'est avec par rapport à l'énergie et toute le willingness, excusez mon franglais, qu'ils ont montré pour aider nos compagnies.
Yeah, a few more things. As John alluded to, we're really thinking hard about how we equip founders to be better leaders, right? So it's great to have the techniques to understand the vocabulary of a term sheet, to understand how to build a company, how to recruit, but how to manage, how to lead as a person is something that we didn't touch in the past, and this is something we've started exploring. The other innovation, quote unquote, air quotes, from this year was this idea that we call FFX. No, it's not a snowboard competition. It's FounderFuel Extended. So what we did, we realized we for every cohort, there's like between 250 and 300 companies that apply, and we pick 8. And every year I was like, yeah, 8. I bet there's another like 30 or 40 amazing potential to be discovered there. So what we did is that we ran a series of some of our workshops. We opened it up to founders that had applied or that were in the community so that they could join and benefit from some of these talks and topics. So between 20 and 30 founders and companies were invited to participate alongside. And it was a lot of fun. I think the people that went along enjoyed it. So we're going to continue doing this fall. 2 last things, Sarah.
Yes. 2 last things. If I had to name one thing that went really, really, really well this year, I would say that the group dynamic was incredible within our founders. Might have something to do with the setup we have. They were all in the same room in a co-working style environment. But we saw amazing collaboration and teaching even from one founder to another when one had a strength and helped others do their presentations. It was really, really great to see.
Yeah, and I'll finish with numbers. So in the last 8 years, 12 cohorts, we've done more than 100 companies now. We've invested $7.5 million initial dollars. This is the first check you get in as you join the accelerator. And that initial $7.5 million is now worth $27.5 million, which is a 3.65x, which is not too shabby for a beginning VC like me. I'm not taking the credit, I'm just saying. I was told over 3x, you're starting to get somewhere. We're still working on the 10x. And we do have a few sleeping unicorns. So some of them we can talk about, but we have a few companies that have been through FounderFuel that might reach the famous $1 billion valuation one day. You can read it on Montreal New Tech or Betakit or in La Presse et les Affaires. You'll hear about them soon. So they're up and coming. So one last thing before the real show. Schedule. Cocktails at 7. You go back to drinking and having fun and mingling. We'll have drinks at 8:30. There's also an investor cocktail at 7:30. And then there's a secret after party at 11. So we can't tell you the location of the secret after party, but you can ask any of the FounderFuel volunteer wearing a blue shirt, where's the secret after party? If you're a volunteer and you don't know where the secret after party is,
Ask us.
oh no, it's because it's a secret.
Oh, true.
Word will get around. And it's not because it wasn't booked in advance, I just want to say.
Right.
If I had been in charge of the booking, it would have been booked late, but she was in charge of the booking, so it was booked in advance. Thank you to our amazing sponsors. I love the fact that people who sponsor FounderFuel join, they come, they mentor, they mingle. Of course, they bring dollars with them, but that's a small part of what they bring to the table. Just like we call investor money, you have like smart money. Well, we have smart sponsors. Thank you, Guillaume Criti and the team from RBC, Adam, Sarah, the team at Microsoft, Jean-Nic Christian from Faskin, Matt and the team from BDO, Nassim and the team from EY. They're in the room. Go see them after. They all have booths, and they're here for you. That's our gold sponsors. Silver sponsors?
We also have our silver sponsors. So I'm thinking of Andrea and Mike from AWS. There's also Valérie from BFL. I know you're here. Hi. There's also LP and the team from Xero. So thank you very much. A round of applause for them as well.
Thank you. And I'm pretty proud to say I resisted the urge to build a logo pizza for you. If you're a designer, you know what that is. But you can find their logos all around. So, okay, let's listen to this. And then we'll kick off the pitches.
Enjoy.
FounderFuel a vraiment commencé comme un bâtisseur de communauté. Maintenant, c'est un bâtisseur de société. Donc, de faire partie de ce processus-là où on aide vraiment les gens qui sont optimistes dans une société qui est de plus en plus cynique, je trouve que c'est vraiment, vraiment une belle chose.
At Gravy, we want to make an impact on the broken food system that we live in today. And we believe that applying dynamic pricing and changing the price of food in real time based on supply and demand can add a lot of efficiency to the food system as a whole while reducing food waste.
We loved shopping online and we always kept missing our packages. So we got very frustrated that there is no delivery service that really cares about the customer, and we wanted to solve that.
We care a ton about using technology to ensure every Canadian adult has an estate plan in place so no family is left scrambling.
Paleo cares because sleep deprivation and mental illness are huge problems for humanity.
And we think it's important to arm everyone with a tool, a simple tool that they can use to pronounce names correctly.
We care about the problem because 99% of buildings have out-of-date blueprints. So imagine a world where hospitals are closing down not because there's not enough doctors, but because there's not enough electricians.
So we are basically talking here about solving a problem related to urban mobility. In order to tackle this problem, OSCP is working on very precise navigation sensors in order to make transportation more secure.
Commerce has always been part of our everyday life, and e-commerce was a massive game changer for the whole buying process. But this virtualization has removed most of this human aspect of commerce that makes a difference from buying what you want and buying what you need, realizing this live, interactive interaction. E-commerce missed that, and that's what we want to fix.
For us, our favorite moment of FounderFuel had to have been the mentor sprints. Just getting to surround ourselves with so many bright, well-rounded, diverse people in a room and throw our challenges, obstacles, and journey against them really helped us settle on how we have to go ahead and solve this problem.
We had name shouts. We are all about pronouncing names correctly. As you know, in Montreal, it's a very diverse city.
We live in an increasingly diverse and interconnected world. There is a generation of young people who really care about their background, their identity, and their uniqueness. Names are an expression of that. We want to give these people the tool to reach out to each other and help build a truly inclusive world.
Boxnight's impact on the world is definitely going to be to allow all kinds of online shoppers to receive any kind of online purchase at any time and at any date that they want at their convenience. It's really to translate that simple online shopping experience right until the end of the delivery process.
Our favorite moment was the mentor sprint, hands down. It was an incredible experience to be able to discuss our business with product managers, researchers, designers. It completely opened up our experience.
We have never had access to this many people, investors, mentors, and business leaders. And I think getting the information and guidance that we did in those quick sprints was something that we never could have had without coming to FounderFuel.
Gravy is an intelligent price and personalization engine designed for the food and beverage industry of the future.
Boxnight offers same-day and scheduled deliveries for e-commerce retailers by picking up directly from their storefronts, using drivers in the gig economy, and offering the most customer-centric experience.
We're Willful, and we make online wills easy.
Haleo is a behavioral change company. We help people experiencing sleep deprivation or mental illness to change their lives to feel better.
Name shouts, helping people make great first impression through names.
At PowerTree, we modernize the management of electrical infrastructures in large buildings.
At OSCP, we provide integrated, precise, and reliable motion sensors.
LiveScale transforms e-commerce into live shopping experience for mobile-first generations.
Super happy to invite you to FounderFuel's Demo Day. This is our 12th edition. It will be at New City Gas in Montreal, July 9th, just before Startup Fest. Please join us. We have 8 amazing companies that will be showcasing their innovation on that night.
Cohort 2019 de FounderFuel. FounderFuel 2019. So when I had that conversation with Isaac, and he's like, could you make a comeback coach? Would you run another cohort? And I said, only if we get a video where we walk slow motion like superheroes. Thank you. Okay, now let's get this place on fire. I was told by some of the member of this audience that they were expecting my my joke. So if I ever flop in this career, I'll have a dad joke show on YouTube. What do you get when you mix FounderFuel and New City Gas? Boom. Okay, it's the first one. Might be the last. All right, let's hear it for Erin Burry at Willful. We'll start by getting a word from her mentor.
Hi, I'm Gab from Local Logic. When I first met Erin and Kevin during Mentor Sprint, I knew they had all the ingredients to make Willful a success. First, they had identified a clear problem that they can personally relate to. Second, they had a clear mission for their business and what they wanted to accomplish. Third, they were super open-minded and getting advice from everybody on the path to get there. What's super interesting is that they're talking about something people don't want to think about, their own death. And they built a product that reduced all the uncertainties surrounding it, while creating a beachhead strategy into a huge market. Please welcome Willful for their presentation.
If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river.
Thank you.
At dawn, send me away with the
My name is Erin Burry, and I'm the CEO at Willful.
A few years ago, my co-founder Kevin's uncle passed away suddenly, leaving his family scrambling to execute his wishes while grieving. Despite the fact that he had been married for over 40 years, he had never spoken with his wife and family about estate planning, so his family was left with unanswered questions and a mess to navigate. Like Kevin, at some point most of us will have to wrap up a loved one's life, but most of us don't have an estate plan in place to make that a smooth process. Wills dictate who gets our assets and who takes care of our children when we pass away, and not having one results in the courts making those decisions for us, not to mention it results in families arguing and money and time wasted on legal fees and taxes. That's why we built Willful. Our vision is to bring estate planning into the 21st century, removing the barriers that exist today so every adult has a will. And we have lots of work to do. Research shows that 67% of Canadian adults don't have an up-to-date will. And 65% of parents with minor children, the group that need it most, don't have a will. That means there are 16 million Canadians who haven't protected their family by putting these important documents in place. And millions of these people are about to go through the largest wealth transfer in history between the boomers and the next generation. It's estimated that $1 trillion in assets will change hands in Canada alone by 2026. 2/3 of those assets aren't protected, and that's a recipe for disaster that our platform will help avoid. So why don't more people have wills? Well, they're expensive. No one wants to spend thousands of dollars on creating that document. It's inconvenient to schedule appointments at lawyers' offices during work hours. And of course, as I'm sure you're all thinking, it's uncomfortable to think about or discuss our own mortality. So people put it off. At Willful, we're using software and an educational, user-friendly brand to make it easy, convenient, and affordable to create a legally binding will online in less than 20 minutes for a fraction of the price of visiting a lawyer. Think of our platform like the TurboTax for estate planning. We work with estate lawyers in each of our active provinces to create the legal content on our back end. Our customers then answer a series of questions about their unique life situation. And after answering less than 10 questions, we provide a customized plan their family can follow, giving them a last will and testament and power of attorney documents that they can print and sign in less than 20 minutes for anywhere from $99 to $249, less than 4 to 5 times the cost of visiting a lawyer. Since launching 18 months ago, we've sold over 7,000 wills and power of attorney documents to customers across Canada, totaling almost $300,000 in revenue. And we've been growing quickly, thank you, with 22% month-over-month growth since June 2018. And we know how to profitably acquire customers. Our blended customer acquisition cost is $50 on an average sale price of $210. And we know that 70% of our customers come from unpaid channels, primarily organic search, word of mouth, and referrals from our top-tier media coverage. Since joining FounderFuel 3 months ago, we've had our 3 best sales months ever. We've also launched in 2 additional provinces, with 2 more launching by end of summer, and we plan to be live across Canada, including Quebec, by the end of 2019. We've always focused on partnerships to help us build trust and distribution with our target customers. And I'm happy to say that since joining FounderFuel, we've launched partnerships with growing fintechs like Cohort, Stack, and Wealthsimple. And we're in conversation with Canada's largest financial institutions and life insurance companies about partnerships that will get us in front of millions. Our biggest competitors are the guys and gals in suits and a legacy online will provider that's way behind in brand and user experience. Ask any digital native which platform they prefer, and we'll always come out on top. And while we're focused on winning Canada in 2019, there's a massive global opportunity as well. We have strong venture-backed competition in the US and UK, but this isn't a winner-take-all market. I've launched dozens of consumer brands in my career, and the barrier to us expanding is very low, so I know that Willful can easily become one of the top 3 players in a global market. At this time next year, we'll have 10x'd our revenue, and that's before we even added additional revenue streams, including subscription, which will allow our customers to store and make updates to their will for a fee, and lead gen by providing product recommendations from our partners. We know that people come to our platform to create a will around life events like getting married, buying a home, and having a child. And as they come back through additional life events to make updates, we can relevantly target product recommendations to them at that point. Not to mention the opportunity to provide tools to the executors who are putting those wills into action. By creating an end-to-end platform for the people preparing for death and those who are putting those wills into action, Willful becomes a billion-dollar opportunity. We're a team of top technologists and marketers, and I have over a decade of experience building consumer brands like Lyft, Foodora, and TELUS. We also have a team of legal experts across Canada who not only help us build our legal content, they help us build trust with our customers. We're raising a $750,000 round to help us profitably scale and to build out our marketing and team efforts. And I'm happy to say that half of that money is in the bank today. There are two certainties in life: death and taxes. And while I can't tell you if you're going to die tomorrow or if you're going to live to be 100, I can tell you that when the time comes, if you pass away without a will, you're leaving a huge mess for your family to clean up. So I hope you'll join us in ensuring that not only your family is protected, but all families are. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the sober moment of the evening. Remember, you live online, but you all die offline. Okay, and I'm smiling. I must be happy about something. All right, next up we have Virgile from LiveScale, but first let's hear from their mentor.
Hi, I'm Karen Holst, a former entrepreneur now advising and teaching on product innovation. When I met the team at LiveScale, I was immediately drawn in by their idea. I thought, that is something I can get behind. The attention spans of consumers are pulled in many directions across multiple platforms, from Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. It's overwhelming for companies to have a real, meaningful engagement with their customers. For LiveScale, the solution is brilliant, a channel-agnostic way to turbocharge marketing and sales. Check it out, it's the future of brand engagement.
Wow. Hi, everyone. As you may know, we are living in a world of influence. Champions, brands, and personalities, we didn't call them influencers, but they all have shaped our aspirations as individuals, but also the way we consume. In the last 10 years, the phenomenon has reached a new level with social media, creating thousands of cultural and powerful influencers. And what is their favorite form of content? It's live video. Because live video, it's authentic, it's experiential, and it's personal to the audience. And live video is no more a trend, it's massive. Live esports events are bigger than a Super Bowl. And mobile consumption now surpasses TV watching, even in the US. Live video lives in multiple networks, destinations, that creates fragmented audience. That's why in 2017, we launched LiveScale, our multi-cloud live streaming platform to reach all those audiences simultaneously. But the problem, you have no real business model for live video today. So how do you create real, tangible revenues from those massive audience? Ads. Internet giants own the cake of data and revenue. Brand content, results are more hints than real results in a data-driven economy. And e-commerce? E-commerce is a static catalog that doesn't belong in the live experience. But what if we could blend it seamlessly into the live video experience? I'm Virgile Olivier, the co-founder of LiveScale, and really proud to introduce you LiveShop. So LiveShop is the new platform that is merging live video with e-commerce. For the audience, it's a live streaming web app with a chat interface and a checkout module to buy instantly. It's really like QVC for the digital age. For our customers, it's a platform to create live content media, engagements, and sales to transform e-commerce in live shopping experiences. But it's more than that. It creates first-party data, primary audience, and also premium revenues from existing third-party platforms. For brands, corporations, and retailers, it's really opening new horizons. It really transforms any live video events in contextual sales of products and services. And live shopping is not an experiment. It's a huge market in Asia where platforms like Taobao, the Chinese Amazon, have made insane revenues and growth last year without talking about the 32% conversion rate for the sale. And it's happening all across the region. It's thousands of sellers creating thousands of live shopping events on a daily basis. We've launched Live Shop 3 weeks ago, and we already have incredible results. We made 3 live shopping events to validate the experience, and we are creating a pipeline of 20 qualified leads that are ready to go live. And tonight, I am proud to announce that we have a strategic deal with L'Oréal. L'Oréal have been working on their live shopping strategy for the last 12 months, and we are happy to go in business with them because we have proved that it can be massive. In our target countries, the market is still growing fast for e-commerce, and for the aspirational goods in those countries, meaning fashion, cosmetics, lifestyle, it will grow as much as nearly 50% to 2023, creating a 27 billion opportunity for live shopping. And as a go-to-market solution for brands who want now to deploy live shopping, it will create hundreds of millions in revenues for the coming years. Thanks to our multi-cloud platform, we are already established all over the world and ready to scale. We recently raised $1 million from great Canadian VCs to expand and launch Live Shop. And today, we are working our business objective for the next month, really with a flexible and comprehensive revenue structure. But today, we need you. We believe that live shopping can be as big as e-commerce. And if you do so, come join this amazing team and join us in a year as the lead investor for Series A when our beliefs have become facts. Today, there is a new massive wave in digital commerce. Our consumers, they know. And if you're not satisfied with your 3% conversion rate of your e-commerce, don't wait. Join us and let's go ride this live shopping wave. Thank you very much.
That's the curse of the clicker. So this is a fidgety widget. So I told founders it's super easy. It's like your projections. You just point it up and to the right. Have you ever seen a graph not like this in a pitch? Okay, who's next? Next up, we have the privilege of having Kazem Zandi from OSCP. We typically tell founders you can nerd out and really geek it out in 1 or 2 slides. Kazem had a special exception to do a bit more than that. You'll understand why when you listen to the pitch. But first, let's listen to Naomi talk about her experience with them.
Hi, I am happy to introduce Kazem and OSCP. They are a hardware company who has developed revolutionary navigation-grade sensors for autonomous vehicles. Their sensors are lighter, smaller, cheaper, than what exists on the market today, and companies such as Tesla are interested in testing out these sensors. I chose to mentor them because this is a hard-working group of engineers who've been working on their product since 2014, and I thought I could help them take this from prototype to a real business. FounderFuel has helped them to perfect their pitch, and we are hoping that they could raise the capital to do a production run and get a letter of intent from one of these manufacturers. Let's find out.
The future of driving is autonomous cars, and is coming soon. In fact, by 2045, 10 million level 5 of autonomous cars will be on the road. Level 5 means driver mind off. And by that time, more than 70% of all vehicles sold will integrate autonomous capabilities. Today, autonomous vehicles only allows the driver to have their feet up. Lots of work needs to be done to achieve fully autonomous vehicles. And one of the major problems that needs to be solved is to improve sensor precision. Autonomous drones are coming even sooner than autonomous vehicles. For instance, Amazon Prime Air and Drone Delivery Canada with the dream of delivering goods in less than 30 minutes. And since these drones are going to fly in an urban area where the GPS get lost by tall building, they need precise sensors to find their way. Hi, my name is Kazem Zandi, and I'm the founder and CEO of OSCP. And at OSCP, we're building precise navigation sensors to enable the future of autonomy. Navigation sensors, motion sensors, or IMU, include accelerometer and gyroscope and are used to navigate a moving vehicle. We sell these sensors directly to the car and drone manufacturers. By 2025, these sensors represent over $1.5 billion market for drones and $2.5 billion market for self-driving cars. So what is the problem with the existing sensors? A drone of this size uses mechanical sensors of this size. These sensors are small, low power, not expensive, but they are not accurate and reliable enough. There are other products in the market that are very accurate, but they're bulky, power hungry, very expensive, and not reliable as well. And that's why we have come up with a solution where all components are integrated on a single chip. Based on integrated optics and laser technology, our product, compared to the accurate product in the market, is 50 times smaller, it uses 8 times less power, is up to 30 times cheaper, it has the same accuracy, and is 3 times more reliable because of the integration. And we have got a strong team to pull this off. Myself, I have over 25 years of experience in semiconductor industry and chip manufacturing. Yuan Justin, with a PhD in photonics and many years of research in integrated optics, is the CTO. And Saurabh and Binod are helping us with the R&D. So, our go-to-market strategy is drones, because unlike self-driving cars, they're already in the air. These are the clients that we are currently working with. And it's a massive market. Just in 2021, there will be 1 million commercial drones flying in the air. Self-driving cars are our second market. And even though they're not in the air, it's a very hot space. Just in Canada, hundreds of millions of dollars have been raised in this space. We are a portfolio of Silicon Catalyst, a Silicon Valley-based incubator with a team of experts in semiconductor industry. We were selected among hundreds of companies who applied to the program, and we're leveraging their $2.2 million in-kind service with Canadian government grants. While we were in Silicon Valley, we validated our product need with the self-driving car manufacturers such as Apple, Google, and Tesla. So far, we have prototyped 2 accelerometers, which will be integrated with the gyroscope that we are developing now to build the IMU. And both of them have been patented. Since FounderFuel, things have been picking up. OSCP was the winner of Pitch at Palace, Quebec, and Canada-China Innovation Challenge. We also partner with the 2 major chip manufacturers in Canada, iKnow and C2MI, to do our chip manufacturing. So this year, we are developing our gyroscope, and we are seeking $3.5 million, which of $1 million is a pre-seed funding that will help us to unlock the $2 million grants that we are applying for, to start the production next year and build 100 samples to send to 20 customers. These samples will be tested in a lab environment by our customer and sent back to us for some tweaking. So we are working with drone companies. And Navia, an autonomous shuttle bus company, and based on their feedback, by raising $5 million seed in 2020, we will be able to generate $10 million revenue by 2021. And by working on the production ramp-up, we'll be able to generate $50 million by 2024. And we're not just stopping there. With our disruptive technology, we'll be the top IMU provider in the market and grow year after year. So, who wants to join us? Who wants to embark with us on the ride to fully autonomous vehicles? Thank you.
Thank you. And when we talk about superhero skills, keeping your cool when your clicker doesn't work is one of them. Extra props to Kazem for that. What's next? Oh, it's not working. So we haven't invented the self-driving presentation yet. We're still at level 1 or 0 sometimes. Okay, next up we have David from PowerTree, and we'll hear from Richard at Santec. Tell a pretty funny story about them before.
Hi, my name is Richard. I'm the general manager of Santec. When I first met PowerTree, that was not PowerTree. That was the Montreal. Maybe the worst brand that I ever seen. But when you are looking to the market that they are targeting, it's a huge market. Not sexy, but huge. And these entrepreneurs are so coachable that I'm very proud to present to you today David from PowerTree.
Hospital, factories, public transit system, and office buildings. Our society depends on these infrastructures that we mostly take for granted. These buildings had to be designed and built, but the bulk of the work over decades is maintaining them. It actually requires a small army of maintenance electricians to keep them running. To do their job, these electricians rely on electrical blueprints. Blueprints that are difficult to read and really hard to maintain over time. To do so, they need CAD, a software so complex it requires more than 1,000 hours of training. Electricians are not trained to use it, and most building owners don't have technical drafters on staff. Electricians are left wasting time trying to find information on outdated blueprints instead of fixing problems. My co-founder, Matt, has seen this problem in every single project he worked on for the past 8 years as an electrical engineer. For factories, an hour of downtime costs on average $250,000. For hospitals, such as our client, the Shim, the consequences are even more troubling. Not having the right information could mean shutting down the wrong breaker, and it could kill someone. The entire process of getting the information, searching through it, and understanding the impact can take them a week. My name is David Leurer. I'm the co-founder and CEO of PowerTree. At PowerTree, we transform complex electrical blueprints into simple and powerful data. We've built a beautiful, easy to use, and collaborative platform for electricians. This way, they have a structure in place to gain back control on outdated blueprints. Here's how it works. First, electricians upload their blueprints by taking pictures. Second, we analyze, clean, and extract the data from these images. Third, we digitize it and build a searchable and actionable layer on top of it. Day in, day out, electricians are one click away from finding any information they need to do their job effectively from any device. Analyzing the impact of a shutdown no longer takes 1 week, it's a matter of minutes. But more importantly, they can update their own documentation themselves. No more need for technical drafters. Our team is uniquely positioned to solve this tedious workflow. We are domain experts with 10 years of experience selling complex solutions to large enterprise. Together with our team of highly talented individuals, we are working on this amazing opportunity. Our pricing model is a monthly subscription fee based on the number of electrical equipment. After 12 months of trials and validation, our average price is now $17,000 per property per year. We are proud to work with leading industrial multinationals and the largest mining company in the world by revenue. Even more exciting is the fact that our clients have more than 200 properties combined. That's a lot of room for growth. They chose PowerTree so their staff can spend more time on high-value tasks and less on menial tasks like searching, analyzing, and documenting their interventions. At the request of our client, we will integrate with IBM Maximo, an industry-leading software for facility management with lots of powerful features, but none for electrical maintenance. This integration allows us to add immediate value to more than 3,000 new customers. With each averaging 25 properties, it unlocks a potential sales channel of $1.3 billion of annual revenue. Before FounderFuel, we had an idea, an early prototype, and running pilots. In the last 3 months, we've released our new platform and signed 2 major deals with Veolia and Glencore. But our biggest accomplishment to date was reducing our onboarding time from 3 months to 2 weeks. In the next 12 months, our goal is to reduce it further to 48 hours and acquire 15 new customers, bringing us at $35,000 worth of MRR. We are raising a seed round of $750,000 to invest in our product, marketing, and sales. In the 90s, Autodesk digitized the design of building from paper to CAD. In 2018, PlanGrid digitized the construction process and got acquired for close to $1 billion. PowerTree is the company digitizing maintenance and operation. Before you leave this building, come connect with us. Merci.
Ta-da-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Alors, qui est-ce qui a remarqué qu'on fait du placement de produits puis qu'en arrière des mentors, il y a les ruches de nectar.buzz ainsi que des vraies mouches qui volent dans la salle? L'année prochaine, on va tourner ça devant le panneau électrique de la maison Notman grâce à Powertree. It's a mess. 150 ans. Ensuite, pour enchaîner, on en a la moitié de fait. Like, we're halfway through. It's going well? Enjoying it? Okay, we'll hear from Bradley talking about Halio. But before, let's hear from his mentor, this never boring guy. Oh. My bad.
What a pleasure to introduce Halio, a group of researchers and entrepreneurs that I met over 2 years ago at a simple pitch competition. I saw them again 2 months ago with a real business. And over the past 2 months, I've seen them evolve and solve a real problem. How many of you guys in the room have been binge watching Netflix just before going to bed? Have had a hard time falling asleep, and then the next morning arrived at work unable to do anything? They're solving a real problem. I'm really excited for you guys to hear about it, and really, really good luck, Halio.
Should go to sleep. Too far standing on my own 2 feet and walking too long on a dead-end street.
Good evening. My name's Bradley Smith, and I'm the founder and CEO of Halio. I used to work in the pharmaceuticals industry, and it really bothered me that so many people with mental illness and sleep deprivation were untreated. Pharmaceuticals are a great solution for some people, but they cause negative side effects and can even cause dependency for others. Behavioral therapy is a great alternative because it's effective and it doesn't have any side effects. And that's why it's a $180 billion global market. It's 2 times as big as pharmaceuticals, and it's growing 4 times faster. But you know, there's a catch. One of the issues is that it's expensive and hard to access. So the unfortunate reality is that only a fraction of the people that need treatment get it. I started Halio with the conviction that technology could be used to adapt behavioral therapy to the needs of every individual, making access available when and where it's needed at an affordable cost. Technology will also help the therapist increase her caseload by using rich data, AI, to be able to increase quality of care in less time. The top 5 behavioral therapy startups have raised over $300 million US to date through VCs. And many of them are focused on anxiety and depression. But at Halio, we're convinced that the biggest opportunity in mental health is poor sleep. Think about it. The market is huge. 40% of adults are affected by poor sleep, including, by the way, 4 out of 5 people suffering from mental illness. Secondly, poor sleep is solvable. Behavioral therapy for insomnia, known as CBTI, is one of the most effective treatments in mental health. And finally, there's a payer with a vested interest in healthy sleep, the employer. Employees that are well-rested are happy, they're collaborative, they're motivated, whereas employees that are suffering from poor sleep, they cost employers $94 billion a year in the US alone in lost productivity, accidents, and errors. Halio is a behavioral therapy company that uses technology to help people sleep better. We're fortunate to have an outstanding team of researchers and clinicians. And what drives these people, what drives them, is their desire to help people sleep better. They're frustrated by the lack of access to care for evidence-based solutions. And so they joined Halio to try to remove the barriers to help not hundreds, not thousands, but millions of people sleep better. It all started when we trained a group of therapists across Canada on our platform and on our insomnia treatment technique. Now, brief behavioral therapy for insomnia is available at half the cost, taking half the time from the comfort of home. That's how we're helping more people sleep better. We presented our research last month at the Sleep Conference in San Antonio, and the results were fantastic. 80% of the people that we've treated have significantly reduced their insomnia symptoms, which basically proves that you can get outstanding care without setting foot in the clinic. That's how we're helping more people get good sleep. We also piloted our solution with Desjardins. We piloted with 5,000 employees, and they were so happy with the return on investment of the program as well as the employee feedback that they actually decided to launch the program to all of the employees across Canada, free of charge. So that's 43,000 more people with access to professional care for insomnia. That's how we're helping more people sleep better. As we were working with Desjardins, we learned that there's probably an even bigger opportunity out there. A lot of people want professional help for sleep, but they find therapy too intensive. And so what we've done is we've taken the tools and techniques that we use in the insomnia clinic and adapted them for people with mild to moderate symptoms. I'm thrilled to announce today the launch of our on-demand expert sleep coaching program. Through this mobile app, you can chat or video conference with a licensed therapist with expertise in improving sleep. So if you have trouble with sleep, I encourage you to download it today and take advantage of our free 1-week trial offer. So since we've started this adventure, accessing a sleep expert started at north of $200 a week. Now we brought it down to $100 a week for our insomnia treatment, and for the expert sleep coaching program, it's only $30 a week. So this is how we're helping more people sleep better. In the next 12 months, we're going to be ramping up our partnerships with Desjardins, SSQ, League, Mercer, and others. Through their platforms, we're going to reach over 1 million targeted users by the end of the year. By December, we expect to be at 1,000 monthly users, generating $110,000 in monthly recurring revenue. And by the end of next year, at 3,000 monthly users with $450,000 in monthly revenue. To date, we have raised $450,000 in debt from BDC and PME Montreal, as well as $375,000 from FounderFuel and CTS Santé. In total, we're aiming for $1.3 million, so that leaves us with around $500,000 in convertible debt that we're hoping to close this fall. We have a very experienced team that's passionate about helping people. Our mission is to make professional care for poor sleep accessible and affordable for everyone. If you're excited about what we're doing, we hope that you'll join us to help millions of people sleep better. Thank you.
Wow. When I saw the number of PhDs on that initial slide, I was like, can they really ship? And they did. And it wasn't because of sleepless nights. Okay. 3 more to go. This room is not on fire. You want to stand up? Dance a bit? No, we'll continue. You can dance after, at the secret after party. Okay. We'll hear from name shouts. But before, let's hear what Vince, their mentor, had to say about them and about himself.
Hi, my name is Vince Lanotti. Or is that Vince Iannotti? Or Vince I-not-T? Well, I can tell you that for someone whose name gets damaged every time somebody tries to pronounce it, when I first met Choiti and Noreen at Mentor Sprints, I was very impressed by name shots, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And for anybody that's in the healthcare industry, in the customer care, or in real estate, or insurance, or in sales of any kind, being able to get that first impression right goes a long way in securing your business. So I'm here to introduce you to Name Shouts, and hope you all enjoy the pitch.
Hi, my name is Noreen. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Name Shouts. We help businesses build better first connections through name pronunciation. This name on the screen is actually one of the most common Vietnamese names in North America. And it's also very tricky to pronounce. Is it Nguyen, Nguyen, Nguyen? The correct pronunciation is actually Nguyen. This is not the only hard to pronounce name that we encounter. In 2019, names are more diverse than ever before. For most of us, if we mispronounce a name, it's just a bit awkward. However, if you are a salesperson, learning to pronounce your customer's name is an essential part of your job, and it impacts business revenue. According to HubSpot, name mispronunciation is the #1 reason why agents get hung up on. Names matter for big deals too. Nike lost $14 billion to Under Armour when a Nike rep constantly mispronounced the basketball player Stephen Curry's name and made him feel disrespected. At Name Shouts, we are a team of software developers, linguists, and language lovers. And we have worked for years and combined all our expertise with cutting-edge deep learning algorithm to build our database of name pronunciation. Currently, we have 360,000 names in 21 of the world's used languages. And every week, we are adding thousands of names to our database with our proprietary software. So our competitors consist of 2 types. We have the AI systems like Google Translate, which can work at scale. However, as we all know, they're not as accurate when it comes to names. Our second type are crowdsourced websites with recorded pronunciations, which don't have our quality and cannot match our scale. We are the only solution out there today that's just designed for business users. Today, there are 3 ways you can access Name Shouts. You can visit our website and get instant access to the audio and the phonetic of the name, or you can download our Chrome browser extension that works on top websites like LinkedIn, HubSpot, and Facebook. You can also integrate our API to your CRM system or other business software and embed our name pronunciation within that system. Today, most of our users come from our website. In fact, in the last 12 months, we have grown 36% month over month, and currently we have 48,000 monthly active users, and we have spent $0 in marketing. What's more exciting is that our daily active users are coming from some of the biggest companies in the world, like Capital One, Progressive, and Allstate. Our business model currently is freemium, and an average user today can search for 50 names for free at Name Shouts. We also have 150 paid customers who pay us on average $20 per month. Our eventual goal is to convert our website users and their companies into our API users. And we have 8 such companies today paying us up to $500 per month. Based on our historical growth, in 12 months, we will be at 500,000 monthly active users. And by investing in the right growth drivers, we can accelerate this growth even further. So with just a 2% conversion rate, in 12 months, we expect to have 10,000 paid users and 40 API companies using us. We also want to accelerate our business adoption by integrating with the biggest software providers out there. By Q3 of this year, we will be on the Genesys Marketplace, which is the biggest contact center software provider in the world. And by the end of the year, we will be at the Salesforce and the HubSpot Marketplace. With a combo of our web and API customers, we expect to be at $100,000 in monthly recurring revenues in 12 months. Our initial target market is the 15 million salespeople in the US for whom NameShouts is an immediate need. However, based on our website users, we know that need exists for contact centers, educational institutions, and the hospitality industry over the world today. However, our long-term vision is even bigger. Humans struggle to pronounce names, but today's text-to-speech systems even more so. We envision a world where every software and every voice assistant has name pronunciations built in, and we're combining human knowledge with artificial intelligence to solve this problem at scale. We are raising $750,000 to invest in customer acquisition, partnerships, and product development to become the world's go-to name pronunciation guide and to help people and AI connect better one name at a time. So if you want to learn more, find me, Noreen, or my co-founder, Choiti. Thank you.
That's just awesome. We sat down with them before the cohort, and you're like, 38% month-over-month growth. You have no idea. This is like crazy. This is the right kind of graph. What's the business model? You'll find one, and they found one. I'm really happy to see them progress, and it's going to be huge. From a guy who has worked at Twitter called Sylvain, when everyone called me Sylvain. I can relate. All right, 2 more to go. We'll hear from Ben at Gravy, but just before, let's have listening to his mentor, Guillaume.
Hi, my name is Guillaume, and I'm here to introduce Gravy. Gravy is an intelligent pricing and personalization engine for the food and beverage industry. I'm excited to be working with them because the first questions they had for me were about integration, partnerships, and enterprise sales, which told me they get it. They've got great things coming up. They're one step ahead of the game. Please welcome Gravy.
Hey everyone, my name is Ben Walters, CEO and co-founder of Gravy. Gravy started with a simple idea, a dynamically priced food ordering app that quickly grew to 350 restaurants, 50,000 customers, and nearly $1 million in sales in just our first year. But being a part of the rapidly growing digitalization of restaurants, we noticed a big problem and an even bigger opportunity. Marketplace apps are eating up the restaurant industry. Literally. The average restaurant generates a 4.3% profit margin. And marketplaces like ourselves were demanding a 30% commission, leaving absolutely no room for the restaurateur to make any margin. In the next 5 years, things are only going to get worse, as digital ordering is expected to grow 10x, from 5% to over 50% of a restaurant sales. To rebalance the scale between profitability and growth, we have developed the first dynamic pricing platform designed for the restaurant industry. Gravy integrates into a restaurant's mobile app, website, kiosk, and third-party delivery services in order to optimize prices in real time. Yes, the price of your lunch is going to change day over day and hour over hour. That may sound controversial, but we've got history on our side. If we take a quick look at the largest industries that have shifted into the e-commerce, airlines, hotels, taxis, each of them have adopted a dynamic pricing strategy. And now, it's the restaurant industry's turn. We worked with the local pasta shop and applied dynamic pricing to their app to demonstrate just how powerful it can be when applied to restaurants. Del Moro's was generating a 5% profit margin. That means on a $9.80 pasta, they were walking away with a mere 49 cents. We integrated into their mobile app and changed the price by just 15 cents at a time. And the result was a 21% increase in profitability. We're excited to announce that case studies like these have helped us secure our first multi-unit customer, a 15-location pizza chain that has a clear path towards 100 locations continent-wide by the end of the year. And they're paying us $100 plus 1% of total revenue per location per month because they believe that dynamic pricing is an essential ingredient in their future success. So does the most successful restaurant chain of all time, McDonald's. McDonald's just sent ripples through the market by making their largest acquisition ever of Dynamic Yield, a company that optimizes the digital ordering experience. Behind me, you can see an example. I said, behind me, you can see an example of the McDonald's app. Same McMuffin, same location, different price. Precedent set by the largest industry leader, coupled with our pre-existing restaurant relationships, have propelled us into active discussions with some of the largest international brands, including Boston Pizza, Applebee's, MTY Group, A&W, Panera Bread, and even Tim Hortons. And we're on track to close our first $1 million contract by the end of this year. All of these chains are investing heavily in technology. From loyalty programs to point-of-sale systems to mobile apps and kiosks, these investments have put in place the building blocks for dynamic pricing to become a reality. But of course, we can't disrupt a $3 trillion industry without an incredible team. We've got Dave, our savant CTO, Miles, our data engineer. Lisa has never seen an algorithm she did not like. Casey, enterprise product. Charlotte, the most lovable account manager. My co-founder, Josh, all things growth, and myself. And we have an amazing advisory board made up of execs from some of the largest chains like Freshii, Aroma, it's gonna come. Maybe not. I said myself.
Surge pricing.
There it is. Myself, as well as we have an advisory board made up of execs from Freshii, Aroma, and Pizza Hut. Right now, like I said, all of these chains are investing heavily in technology. And soon you too will have the opportunity to join our team as we'll be raising a seed round later this year. But right now, we are laser focused on locking in that first enterprise contract. Gravy empowers restaurants of all sizes to come out on top by optimizing their margin through digital sales. This clicker's a joke. Today, imagining restaurants without delivery is like peanut butter without the jam. Soon, imagining restaurants without dynamic pricing will be like imagining poutine. It's coming. Anyone know the punchline already? Poutine without the... Thank you.
All right. How can you top a poutine joke? With bacon! Okay. You're almost done with me. But we still have one more founder pitching, Maya from Box Night. Let's hear from David first.
Hey guys, my name's David and I'm from Lyft Digital, and I'm super excited to present the next group of entrepreneurs that are going to take the stage. When I first met these entrepreneurs, their enthusiasm about what they were working on was absolutely contagious. They're super passionate about the project that they're working on, and it's a problem that exists and we've just kind of given up on solving. That's on-time delivery. Over the past 3 months, the team has gotten a tremendous amount of traction, and I can't wait for you to hear their story. So without further ado, here's Box Night.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I'm the COO and co-founder of Box Night. And I'd like to start by asking you to remember the last place you shopped online. If I were to place a bet on your answer, I'd say it was Amazon. Ooh. And chances are I'd win that bet. Over 50% of all online purchases are made on Amazon in North America. And a major contributor to their success is Amazon Prime, which in and of itself has over 100 million subscribers. And this has caused a huge shift in the market and in the mindset of consumers, who now expect all their online purchases to come with deliveries that are faster and cheaper. Retailers who aren't offering same-day or next-day deliveries are suffering because of it. Last year alone in Canada, there was $8.4 billion in cart abandonment due to inadequate delivery options. And a third of online shoppers say that they won't shop with a retailer again if they had a bad delivery experience. Retailers do have control over their product, curated online experience, and branding. But the second their customers check out of their website, they face a critical logistical loss in terms of delivery. And sure, some retailers decide to put their products on Amazon, but that completely neglects the customer experience and the branding that they've spent time and money developing. And no retailer is able to afford to open distribution centers all over the country like Amazon to get their products as close as possible to their customers. And then when they turn to traditional delivery options like FedEx, UPS, and Canada Post, they learn that none of them have cost-effective and fast last-mile solutions in place. Not to mention that they struggle with offering a great customer service, a major reason for which being that their own drivers don't love their jobs. So how are retailers supposed to compete? At Box Night, we provide them with a solution. We are a scheduled and same-day delivery service, and we're able to offer faster deliveries at the same price as regular shipping by fulfilling orders from whichever retailer's location is closest to the customer, whether that be a distribution center in the same city or the nearest storefront to the customer. And we're able to have multiple pickup locations for a single retailer using omni-channel inventory management, which is the fastest growing trend in e-commerce and which 50% of retailers already have in place. Our API can be attached to the checkout process of any retailer's website, allowing Box Night to become a shipping option at checkout. And once a customer chooses to have their product shipped with us, they can even choose the 3-hour delivery window of their choice between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. This is what our plugin looks like on Shopify, and it took our retail partner 2 minutes to install. We have similar plugins available on other web platforms, like Lightspeed and Magento. We also use the gig economy to our advantage and create a decentralized system where our fleet of crowdsourced drivers complete all of our pickups and all of our deliveries. Last January, we made a grand total of 51 deliveries. This June, we made over 5,500 deliveries. And in the last year of being operational, we've done over 35,000 deliveries for 13 retail partners while having no retail partner churn. And since last June, every single one of our routes has been profitable. And we bootstrapped everything. We didn't take in a single dollar of investment until FounderFuel. Since the program started 13 weeks ago, our delivery volume has doubled. We've been able to maintain this growth by combining the best qualities of our competitors to create a service that has better margins, that's faster, and that's more personalized. We're not an on-demand delivery service, which means we have time to plan routes that are condensed and optimized, and we don't incur any fleet management costs since all of our drivers use their own vehicles. Our retail partners love that we've been able to fulfill our promise of same-day and scheduled deliveries. Since partnering with us, they've seen more customers become repeat customers and coming back to shop on their website more quickly, often within just 24 hours of their first purchase. And we've also worked really hard at establishing ourselves as a caring delivery service, caring for both our customers and our drivers. Because we know that to take the same awesome experience of shopping online and bring it into the delivery, we have to create an awesome driver experience. Since launching, we've had near-perfect customer reviews, and 100% of our drivers would refer their friends to work with us. We charge between $8 to $12 per delivery, and this is dependent on the average monthly volume of deliveries and the distance from the pickup location to the customer. In the last year, we've quadrupled our monthly revenue, and this December, we're going to make $80,000. And this means that if nothing changes, our runway for next year is already at $1 million. And this is actually with just one new retail partnership that we're in the process of finalizing. But we have 10 other retail partners, and we're confident in the pipeline, and we're confident that by closing just some of them, our revenue for 2020 is going to look more like $2 million. And by talking to these large retailers with multi-city presences, we've come to realize that to fulfill these partnerships, we also need a multi-city presence. That's why we're excited to announce that we will be delivering the Box Night experience to Toronto in November of this year and 4 other cities within the next 18 months. Our team is young, hardworking, relentless, and doing the work that no one else wants to do. And we're inspired by other young founders who are also get their hands dirty. And that's why we have them as our advisors. We're looking to raise $1 million to expand to new cities, hire a killer team, and onboard new retailers fast. If you see yourself in us, come join us in our mission to provide same-day and scheduled deliveries for all retailers. At Box Night, we know that the future of e-commerce is inextricably linked with the future of delivery, and Amazon shouldn't be the only retailer to thrive. We want to provide the logistical framework for all retailers to compete and succeed, and we promise we'll deliver. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. The energy in the back of the room is about as intense as the front of the room. So, just a few more slides for you. Hope you've enjoyed the pitch of this 2019 cohort. You can give them a hand again. You'll remember them. In a couple of years, you can say, like some people today, who recall some of these pitches from years past, that company when it was still called Share-the-Bus, or that other company called Flatbook. What are these guys going to do with that? They're doing pretty well. Or these other companies that didn't change name, right? Like Expertsy, Midjourney, Transit, amazing app, still amazing all these years after. So, I'll stop rambling. Merci à nos commanditaires. Merci encore Guillaume Criti de RBC, Adam Sarah, Microsoft, Jean-Nic et Christian de Fasken, Matt et l'équipe de BDO, Nassim et l'équipe de EY, AWS, BFL, Zero. Thank you. Merci. Danke. Name shout, thank you. So you can say that now. If you're not sure when you meet someone, you can just ask them, name shout me, please. Try it at Startup Fest. Okay, so we're almost done. We're going to go to cocktails. There's booths. Bars are going to open. Some of you have drink tickets, some of you don't have drink tickets. We're sorry if your ticket was free. We need more sponsors to pay for more drinks next year. Some of you have a bracelet. If you haven't gotten it yet, you'll get it at the cocktail. We do have food from les Enfants Terribles. Juste après, ça devrait être pas mal. Je pense aussi qu'il y a de la poutine. Et après, à 11h, after party, j'espère que je ne vous ai pas comme survendu l'after party. On a réservé juste 50 places. We're not doing the alumni dinner. This is a long-standing FounderFuel tradition of doing an alumni dinner at the same night as demo day. It's too much, especially with more than 100 companies now. So, alumni, we'll have something special for you on August 25th au Café Osmo avec leur incroyable chef. Dernier remerciement spécial à Renoran qui nous a livré des produits aujourd'hui. D'habitude, ils livrent des produits de construction, mais aujourd'hui, ils nous ont livré des produits de conférence. Thank you, Renoran, for the delivery. L'équipe, le crew à Nutman House qui nous reçoivent à tous les jours, qui nous endurent quand on dit qu'il n'y a plus assez de café, qu'on a encore faim, qu'on est encore là tard le soir. Merci beaucoup. Toute l'équipe de Real Ventures qui appuie FounderFuel depuis ses tout débuts, merci. Thank you, friends and families of founders of these startups. Thank you so much. Merci. Vous êtes les premiers investisseurs, les premiers supporters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They might be a bit more available after today. I can't promise anything. Thank you to everyone in the startup ecosystem, the mentors, investors, supporters. Thanks for being so generous, as Zach was saying. Merci à tous nos volontaires aujourd'hui avec les chandails bleus. Si vous les voyez, faites-leur un high five de ma part. Merci à Theo, Matthew, for making all the small things at FounderFuel possible. They joined our team this time. And super special thanks to Sarah and her General Tao dog for being the spirit of this cohort and making sure everything happens when it should happen and nothing that shouldn't happen whatever. All right. Merci à tout le monde. On se voit cette semaine à Startup Fest. Je suis fier de vous avoir présenté l'édition 2019 de la cohorte de FounderFuel. Let's go have some fun, mingle, and chat together. À bientôt. Merci. Merci. Thank you. We're going to ask all the founders to come on stage.